hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a bitch, jumping in the bed with two dogs.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third and short.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and one. They run it with McKinnon. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And they'll run it here. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on second down, Kennedy. Flushed out right. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Time with Johnson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Shut down, shut down. Set, 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They get it to him running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun. Kennedy, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game loop.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us, looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Following the fumble recovery, Kennedy. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit!
To throw again. Kennedy. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Back to throw. Kennedy. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Kennedy. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
12, 12. 11, 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
21, 21. 13, 13.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. McKinnon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Collins. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's McKinnon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Christian Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now McKinnon able to push his way through. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He'll field this at the 5. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down. Kennedy caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now, before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 23 yards on the play.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. Now Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Garoppolo now. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3, 9.
And they'll go on the ground. Able to get away.
That's right, keep the legs churning.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kennedy to the right and complete to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Kennedy buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. So pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Kennedy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun, Kennedy. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kennedy eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the bootleg. Kennedy. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
21.
To throw is Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
11.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Garoppolo just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They come out here in the eye. They run once more with McKinnon. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. A spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So here come the Lions now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 319. 319.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun on 3rd down. Kennedy flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Reuben Foster coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6. Yard line.
Here we go.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I got you.
Here again is McKinnon. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
6. Flag. Hey, gun.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
11. 12.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Garoppolo now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles by at the 25. Shrugs off another. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back to throw. Screenplay, McKinnon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here we go. Hurry up.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
11, 11, 11, 11. Single, single. 11, 11. 11, 11.
Back to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk in the final minute, and the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for San Francisco, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Detroit,